soir, tes yeux grands ouverts à regarder le monde sous d'autres prières. J'ai débroussaillé un nouveau chemin entre un homme qui chante et la voix d'un père. Petit bout de fille, je voudrais te faire voir le monde. Petit bout de fille, les forêts chargées de rivières profondes. Petit bout de fille, j'ai tout refait pour toi le monde. Je te donne ma vie, petit bout de fille.
George Belliveau is a fantastic singer-songwriter from the Metro Moncton area. I believe he makes Grand Berchois home these days, but we know him, of course, as a former member of Bois Joli, a huge international band from Acadie, as well as being a singer-songwriter in both official languages, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. George, I don't know where you find the time to do all that you do. In this year alone, you've worked with two of the more notable groups from the area and produced their brand new studio albums. How do you go from working with the Backyard Devils and their outlaw sound to a jazz ensemble like the Improbable? That must be a little heady.
Yeah, but I've been doing studio for the past 15 years, and there's a lot of music in the Moncton area that it's all different styles of music, and if you want to work in that area, you can't really have a specific genre of music that you only do that type of music. I don't only do country when I record. I do anything, any sorts of music. I listen to any sorts of music also. So I have a country voice. When I sing, it's country, but what I listen to and what I like is not only country. So that's where I get my inspiration for producing and whatnot.
Yeah, excellent. You've been both a member of a very successful band, a couple of them actually over the years, and you've had a lot of solo success. Mm-hmm. How do you compare the two?
I like the band thing. That's probably why in my solo thing, it's still kind of a band because we're musicians, friends that has been playing music for the past 20 years together. So I like the band thing for the chemistry and whatnot. I like the solo thing because it's still me that decides that the last word is mine. So I like that part. And if I want to do a certain song or a certain style or whatever else, well, it's basically up to me. And if it's successful, well, so be it. And if it's not, well, it's on me too. So I like both, but I tend to gravitate towards still having a chemistry group thing going on. Yeah,
right on. So you've had some success as a solo artist. That's probably understating it. You're well known in Quebec, for example. You've toured parts of Europe, of course. It's been a while though since we've heard from George Belliveau as a solo artist. Anything in the pipeline?
Yeah, we're actually I'm working on a fourth album, and it's kind of a work in progress because there's always, since I'm a studio engineer producer, and that's, here you almost have to do 2 or 3 or 4 different things in the music industry to actually make a living out of it. So when I'm in the studio and when it's busy, well, that means my project kind of goes on the back burner. And it's been like that for the past 18 months because the studio has not stopped. There's a lot of people coming into the studio and whatnot. So whenever I get a chance to dive into my own album, something else pops up in the studio world. So, but I told myself I'm taking a couple months off this summer, and I'm finishing writing the album, and I should record it this fall actually. So I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome, and so are we. George, you're getting ready for another big show tonight. Thank you so much for taking the time for joining us today on BuzzMoncton.com. Right. For George Belliveau, I'm Terry. Come and join us next time, and be sure to check out our events page to find out what's going on in your city tonight.